Okay, so today's subject, I was inspired last night by going to the U of H. What do they call the show? The design
UHGD Senior Exhibition.
Senior Exhibition. So basically, all the seniors and the design program. They call it the design program. Mm-hmm. Okay, the design program. Basically show off all their work from the last couple. Did you go?
I'm going tomorrow.
Okay, I knew you would go. That's. So anyway, so Rachel Garcia, we have actually offered her a job before she graduated because she was a apprentice and then an intern and then just so good we couldn't let her. We were afraid we would lose her. And the fascinating thing is that we were right. We would have lost her because, and this is where the subject of how you brand yourself as a company to be attractive to new recruits, and that's ever more important because of the need for quality employees and employees having, or team members having the ability to choose their jobs and have more control. And there's this massive shift that they call the Great Resignation and yada, 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 all that good stuff. But it was fascinating to find out that a lot of the kids out of this design program already had jobs or were talking seriously to agencies. Now, I know that's probably normal in a lot of industries like investment banking or something that I don't understand. But in the design world, I think anybody that's been in or the creative field, it's usually been hard to find a job. Your parents tell you don't go into graphic design, don't go into social media, don't go into video editing because there's no money and who's going to hire you and they're going to pay you nothing. And it's exciting to see a shift in that, and that people are needing that needing that work, and then it's getting competitive, and all the agencies were there, and luckily Rachel was turning them all down and saying I'm already spoken for, which is always a nice feeling when you can say that, I'm sure, and a nice feeling for us that we got the #1 draft pick in the graphic design.
Absolutely.
Right? I think she is the #1 draft pick. We should do that.
Agreed.
We should do like Gouda. We should do like the NFL draft. Oh yeah. When they say like with the first pick in the graphic design league, the Houston 5+8s have selected Rachel Garcia out of the University of Houston. Right?
That's awesome.
I don't know if it's awesome, but I think it's decent. If we could make Roger Goodell's voice, like if we could do one of those like fake, those deep fakes. All right. I don't know. Got off topic. So anyway, so I've got Sharon Chu, who's a longtime employee here, who was a part of the same program at U of H, and Brenna Mata, who is part of a different program at U of H, but is coming at it from a student's perspective because she graduates
Next week.
Right. So we've got the student perspective, we've got the veteran employee perspective, and then the old guy perspective on the podcast. So do you guys, Sharon, first when you were coming out of school, how many years ago was it?
Was it 2, 3? 2018, sorry.
So 4?
Oh, 4.
That was the easy question. That was supposed to be.
That should have been the easiest question.
Yeah. That one was supposed to not be like,
life.
that was not supposed to be the stumper. So when you came out of the same program,
yes.
And when I actually met Sharon back then too, and did a portfolio review where she did. Oh, we got to tell this story.
Oh, man,
so we're going through her portfolio, and her work is great. And then we get to one piece. It's this booklet, and she's like, "I said, what's this book? What's this book about, Sharon?"
And I said, "It's a field guide of animal scat."
And I said, because I'm not educated, "Oh, cool. What's scat?"
And I said, "It's animal feces."
And I said, "Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Sharon Chu."
And you're like, "So poop."
Oh, that's right. I kept saying poop.
You kept trying to make me say poop, and I was trying to be very professional and saying
what a jackass.
The scientific word scat.
And I did. I kept saying, "You mean like poop?" And you were like, "What, scat?" Which showed me that you had a great sense of humor right out of the gate. And it was actually a really good book, a really good poop book.
Oh, yeah. I made each one of those out of clay.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you made 3D scat. God, that's so cool. What a creative. But there were so many good projects there yesterday. Anyway, so I met her there, and then obviously, one thing led to another. Now that she's a superstar employee. But what What was it like just 4 years ago? Do you remember stressing about jobs, looking around, what you looked for? Can you put your brain back in that period of time and tell us what it was like?
Yeah, I think I had like a plan of making sure I had an internship in the spring and hoping that turned into a full-time job after I graduate. Now, if it didn't turn out into a full-time job after I graduate, then I knew I had to like try and show up at the senior show and meet people, you know, and see who else's company is at the show that's looking at my work, you know.
And did you feel like you had control, or did you feel like you were going to probably have to take what you could get in terms of a job?
I kind of felt like I had to take what I could get in some way, and then I did also want to choose because I knew what I valued.
Yeah. And what did you? What was it? How did it actually work out for you in terms of? Did you do an internship? Did you get a full-time job right out of school? How did that work for you?
Yeah, I got an internship in the spring, and then I asked them for a full-time, even though I was like, all right, like maybe I should venture out, you know, but I stuck with them because I wanted like at least a year. Yeah. A good year, something on my belt to like get me to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then is that when you came here?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you never leave.
I'm never going to leave.
That's right. Not a cult. All right, Brenna, what about you? So you're in it. Obviously, Brenna's in a very similar position as Rachel, where we locked her up before she graduated, which is a nice luxury to have. But what are you seeing what's your program first, and then what are you seeing from terms of from your perspective, and then your co-students?
So I'm in the digital media program at UH, and basically it's kind of like I want to talk about it first because it's kind of like a mix of everything. It's like mixing business with technology and like creativity. We take like a lot of like photography, video classes, marketing, project management.
Sorry, there's a cute child in the office. It's causing a lot of distractions.
Is it Leo?
Oh, it's Leo? Oh, it's another cute kid? No. It's Camilla. No, not Camilla. David and oh, it's Rose.
It's Rose.
Man, how many cute kids are going to come in today? Let's see the chunky monkey. Bring her in here.
Rose.
Oh my gosh. Wow. We have a camera on her. Can we get a camera on this cutie button? Is that allowed, David? Sure. What a beauty. Look at her little Hey, Rose. Yeah, you shouldn't be there. That's not a safe place. You're nervous. Yeah, what do you think? You think you're going to put her down? Pick me up, Dad. Like you did the opposite. You say hi?
Hi.
You say hola. She's not going to say anything, dude. Can you say hola? Thanks, David. All right, back to digital marketing. Enough of this cute crap.
What was the question?
You said. First, I want to.
No, you asked me two questions in one, and I forgot the second.
Okay. Well, the first question was what? I don't know my questions. I don't remember them, but I'm going to ask you a new, fresh one.
Yes.
And then maybe it will be similar. What have you noticed in terms of people getting jobs out of your program and their ability to be selective now, or is it just kind of take what you can get?
I feel like with my program specifically, it's more so like take what you can get. We learn, so like I said, like we learn all these different skills to kind of just be like this one like digital media specialist type of person. So I've seen like a lot of the seniors that graduated last year, they'll go on to be like a specific company's like one like person that does it all.
Oh, that makes sense. Because everybody wants a social media person or wants a digital marketer, and they probably want to hire them internally instead of hiring some jackass agency like ours.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I know a lot of students, they go on to do that. Not a lot go on to like work at like in an agency setting from what I've seen like on LinkedIn and stuff. There's just like there's a handful of them. I won't say the companies, but
yeah. Do is that a desirable, an agency?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably like the biggest thing. Just like in some of our classes, like we're asked, like, you know, where do you see yourself working eventually, like upon graduation? And a lot of the times it's like, you know, agency.
Yeah.
It's like agency. And then, yeah, and I know, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You're going to remember it.
I will.
Let's just sit in silence till you remember it. Well, I want to tell this quick story about a new client or a client that we got that we really like. And I'm not going to say their name because I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't for some reason, but whatever. Basically, this company's been around a long time. They've done no marketing, not really any branding. I don't think the leadership terribly values those things, which is fine. I mean, everyone values different things. They're very kind of budget centric, you know, keep things simple and not spend a lot of money on frivolous things. And great. They've been around for like, I don't know, 20, 30 years, and they're a multi-million dollar company. Anyway, they came to us and said, hey, we need to do some branding, marketing, storytelling for the first time ever because they can't hire people. And that's something, and I've been getting that call more and more, is that people don't need a website, or they don't necessarily need to have us help them promote a product or service. They need us to help get people to work there. And so I just find this fascinating because, you know, there's all this buzzwords and talk about culture and toxic work environments and how do you know, maybe I just pay attention to it because I care about that stuff. But now it's actually becoming really, really important for the business. It's not just a nice to have, it's a need to have, because people have more ability to choose where they work. They can see clearer into your company, you know, with websites like Glassdoor, and I'm sure there's other ones. That's just the one I know of. I mean, you can literally look up, back in the day, you just would interview at a place and you had no idea what it was like to work there. And now you can look at LinkedIn, you can look at Instagram, you can look at their, I'm sure you could look at, you know, Google reviews or Reddit or I don't know, anything, right? And you guys know how to research things and figure out the story behind what the company's really about, right? True.
Very true.
So, I mean, now I think it's more important than ever that companies, you know, and you can't really do it backwards, I don't think. You know, I think some people like realize this and then like, okay, dang it, we need to hire people, but we haven't necessarily always been the best employer, or haven't always been the most flexible with schedules, or maybe we haven't done X, Y, Z. And now we have to kind of, you know, shoehorn this like story that we're really great to our people because we need to hire people. And you can't really do that, I don't think.
It shows.
Yeah.
Definitely shows.
Right? It's obvious. Yeah, I think it's really obvious. And so I don't know. I just think that's going to be an important thing with companies in the future. Is not going to be like it used to be. You go to a website and everyone would say, oh, you know, we're this, we're the market leader, and we're that, and we're this. But now more and more you're seeing employees on websites, you know, we treat people well. This is part of our culture, like, you know, all this sort of thing. I think that trend is going to continue to go up as the kind of competition to recruit the top talent is just going to get harder and harder and harder as people get more and more options.
And it helps to look at their social media, like their Instagram, because it's actually someone internally posting that and not like you're sending off something to a developer to like post on a website.
Right.
You know, we're this, but like whatever you post on social media, the tone that you have in the caption, the content that you post, is it like your employees having fun, or like is it, you know?
Yes. Is it forced fun?
Yeah,
you can tell.
You can tell.
Oh yeah,
right.
Like Adam said something on Basecamp the other day, or like no, it was a post. You're like, if they tell you it's important, something about social media, like if they tell you important, like it should be important, right?
If they tell you, if a social media company tells their clients that social media is important, it should be important to them too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I feel like at first, like when I was looking at all the different agencies, like in and around Houston and stuff, I feel like majority of them, they don't utilize social media like the way we do.
Right.
And yeah, like Sharon said, it shows.
Yeah. Yeah, it does show. And I mean, you don't have to use social media at all, obviously. But I think years and years and years ago, I wrote a blog post about like, should your company be on social media? And the answer was yes if you have a good company, no if you have a bad company, right? Because if you have a good company, you should let everyone know about it, and they should be able to come in and look at your people and look at the projects you work on and the things that you do. And if you have a bad company, you should not post anything, because it's going to be even extra obvious that things are not good and people are fake smiling in the break room. It's Margaret's birthday, everyone. Get in the break room, take a picture. Oh, you guys, do you know that's like, that used to be like, I'm sure it still is a thing. Of course it's still a thing. But God, I remember going to those birthday parties, those office birthday parties. I mean, it was literally the office. Like, it was just like a bunch of people who didn't want to be there sitting around a giant conference room or a office kitchen table, cutting cake and handing it out, and then just standing there and eating it.
It's too bad we can't do that in our kitchen.
Our kitchen. Our storage unit, recycling center.
Our break room.
Break room. Yeah, I don't think we could fit a third of the people in our office in our break room. Our break room. Stop. Let's not go on.
unless we hop on the shelves.
Yeah, we should try to get it. We should all go in the break room for a picture. We should do a picture in the break room.
Oh, yeah.
and put all like 15 of us in there. Right?
I like that idea.
I think that's a good idea. All right, where are we at, Ade? 20 minutes? 24 minutes. Gosh, that means it was 20 minutes of Adam talking, 2 of Chu, 2 of Brenna. Hey man, whatever. I was passionate about the subject. I wanted to talk about it. The other day I was talking to Jeff, and you know when you like say something about yourself where you're kind of insecure about it, and you're hoping the person's gonna like be like, oh nah. So I was like, because we just got on this long meeting, and I was like, man, you know, I know I talk a lot in those meetings, but I just feel like I have to keep them going. He's like, yeah, you do talk a lot. And I was like, oh. And he rolls. No, I didn't even know you were there. I thought you were actually over there. He just rolled over and stared. And I was like, oh, that's not what I wanted. No, I wanted you to be like, no, man, but that's your role. You know, you got to keep the thing going. You just were like in awe, straight up like, yeah, man, you do talk a lot. I think I just said it deadpan. You said it so deadpan. And then you just like went back to work. And I was like,
He said that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. All right, Ade, take us out. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Brenna. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
I guess.